Hello everyone and welcome back to day 28 of this build that I'm starting to have a little idea of a name for it. Right now one of the idea names for this level, mind you, I'm going to start saying welcome back to to my levels or something because eventually I'm going to make more than just this. I'm going to make more than this once I get to the coding process. But this is day 28 if I'm not mistaken. And I finished as far as I wanted to with the final touches of floor 3. I had some more ideas for the roof, so eventually I'm going to go back and add them, but not now. I'm done with the roof for now. But aside from certain objects like the bookshelves, which still need the books, I'll start making those starting with floor 2. But aside from that and the paintings, as you can see in this little footage, I'm basically done with floor 3. Don't know why I couldn't think of it. I added a few new objects, and I'll like zoom in to them so you can see them close up. I'll explain why they look the way they do, and I'll show you how each of them are made. So anyway, let's get into the build that took me a bit to make. It hurts my eyes because staring at a screen for so long, but it was worth it. 'Cause sometimes you need that perfect. You need it to be perfect. It bothers me if it isn't perfect. I know nothing is perfect, but you guys get what I mean. Anyway, to start us off, we have on this floor. I added before I show you these two things. I added some potted plants. Gives this place a little bit more life. Don't worry, the textures for the computers, I'm going to add that as the last touch-up of textures. I'm not worrying about them right now. They look fine the way they are, but I promise you it's going to look so much better. Anyway, I added a Coke machine right here. It's just a generic Coke, cola that I got from the Simple City. I added a bookshelf here for any documents they may need for up here. I didn't touch the security room. I think it's fine the way it is. If you guys have any ideas of what I should add in here, just let me know. I'm up for anything. The thing I mostly worked on, aside from adding these here, is I added a lot of stuff into the tester room. To start us off, I took the small shelf from the big office into here and duplicated it so that way this room would have a lot of storage space, especially with these, which still need the handles, but that's not that hard to make. So they have the storage space they need. As you can see right here, I added a Tesla tower into these rooms, and I shrunk them because I imagine the theme of this place still relies on the Tesla towers that they don't use anymore. So they converted some into small little lamps. It doesn't run like a Tesla, like any form of Tesla stuff, but it lights up and it's decorative like the Tesla towers. So what we have right here is the first object that I made today called Open Laptop. My mouse went off screen for a second. I know my light is blinding it, but don't worry. Whenever we get into the actual game, I can see what is causing that little lag. I'll fix that when I get to it. But when I zoom in, once I finish with the show, then you'll see a little bit more how it's made. It's very simple, very easy to make. And this one right here is the closed laptop. It looks just like a cube, but if you look closely right there, you can see a little crack, and that's the top part and the bottom part. It's literally just this one, but I closed it. Very simple. Anyway, now we have the last object. Well, I mean, I stretched out the long tables and made them coffee tables, but the last object is the game console. Very, very simple looking, and I wanted it to be green. No reason, it just looks good. But yeah, aside from a few things and trying to figure out, I'm pretty sure the computers are causing this. So I'll probably fix them when I get a chance. If I have to, I might take I might take a row of them like these guys right here. I might get rid of these. That way there's less stuff going on right here. If not, then I'll figure out what I can do to fix the frame right there. Other than that, yeah, floor 3 is basically done because there's nothing else I really want to add. Oh, I forgot to add a potted plant here. It's fine. I can do that before I start work on floor 2 tomorrow. Um, yeah, everything else is basically ready on this floor aside from the final textures, which I still haven't made, but I'm starting to write ideas of what I want to do for the textures. So let's get out of here before the music starts ramping up again. Go into the scene, and I'll show you guys. There we are. We'll start with the laptop. As you can see, I just took a simple laptop keyboard texture, and I did what I usually did with the frames and made it look like a laptop. I also had to change the texture of the cubes to match the texture of the keyboard. I'll get into a thing. I'll get into a thing for that in a second. Let me just real quick show you. This is another laptop, as you can see. It's just closed. And finally, the game console. So you have some buttons right here. You got 4 buttons. I feel like that should be power, and then these should be like some other buttons that happen. This is like a dev or a beta tester console. You got 2 little ports right here for controllers. You got the disk drive, and it's green. What's not to like about it? Alright, so let me go into prefabs and do it this way. Let me raise that up. So we'll start with the closed laptop. Again, yes, very simple. But if I remove this, see, it is the laptop. It's just literally just placed the thing on top of it. Very easy to make. It's just simple geometry and a texture. Oh yeah, and you also want to make sure for something like this, you want to give it more, pop up. You want to raise the texture, or you want to raise the cube that you put the texture on a little bit higher, and it makes it look a little bit nicer. But let me get before the game console, where's the open laptop? There it is. So yeah, with the open laptop, it's literally just a bunch of cubes. Like I've said repeatedly, you can do so much with just cubes in Unity. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing in Unreal. It's been a while since I've made projects in Unreal, but I remember being able to just make a lot of things with cubes. It's not the only thing I make, by the way. It's just cubes are quicker, easier to manipulate. I mean, Pro Builder is a little bit more challenging, but for the simple cubes of Unity, they're easy to mess around and make basic objects for a simple looking game. So yeah, here's the open laptop. I did not put a texture on the back because I didn't want it to look like I'm sponsored by one of the laptop brands. It's just a generic blank laptop. Alright, and then the last object that you guys saw, game console. There we go. I don't know why I was backwards. So this is made of cylinders, cubes. Yeah, cylinders and cubes. The cylinders to replicate kind of like the old Xbox buttons and controller ports, how they were kind of roundish. The disk drive is always going to be that, in a little rectangle. I wanted to add a little bit more detail, but then I started just messing with the color green. I had to make sure that's not over it. Yeah, I was messing with the color green, and I was like, yeah, this looks pretty good for a low poly object. So then I had dubbed it the game console. So yeah, that means as of right now, the floor 3 is complete with the basic stuff, excluding paintings and the bookshelf stuff. Yeah, other than that, we're done. I'm still under suspicion that it is the computer's doing that, but then again, my computer doesn't like whenever I record and play at the same time, so it's probably just the recording being like, hey, you're overloading me with too much. Anyway, so tomorrow I will start working on floor 2. I think the bathrooms are basically good, except for like maybe a few textures I can fix. The conference room is probably good. The office, I could fix it up a little bit. There's not much I can do. The server room is done. I'm gonna fix a lot of these parts right here, push them down a little bit so they're not too thick. Um, and then the big head honchos, the big man himself's office. I'm gonna add a few new things and fix the shelves a little bit, make them a little bit shorter, just a little bit, and then add a few more things for paintings on the wall, and then that'll be done for floor 2, leading on to the final floor, floor 1, and I have a lot of stuff planned for that. But once that's done, then I'm going to go through one last time for what I'll do is the last video for going through the level or the building. I'll go through each floor for one video, and like not one video individually, but one video for all floors, and add on the last things I need, leading up to finally building the city, and then bringing back the mountains to finish this off for the design portion. You know, thinking about it, it might be the HVAC system that's being like that, but I can easily fix that as well. Yeah, so I think I'm done with that one. So anyway, guys, that's all I have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tomorrow we move on to floor 2, and then floor 1, and then we're one step closer to finishing this so I can start working on another project while working on the coding for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.